walking through the bush, you look, but you look in great detail and trying to identify the plants, but also try and work out when the seed is ready for picking. We talk about going at seed collecting pace. It's very slow because we're looking intently, very intently. And different people will see different things at different times. And it's always interesting to see who sees what. Noel and Dudley had been collecting for probably 20, 25 years, and Johns Hill Landcare identified that we needed to bolster and carry on the knowledge that they had gathered. So I joined Noel and Dudley, and we formed a nice little bunch. And then a couple of years ago, we gathered another 5 people, and that's how Nangana Seed Collectors got together. We focus on an area south of the Yellingbo Conservation Reserve. So we collect around the foothills of the Dandenong Ranges and in between the Dandenong Ranges. And the seed collectors live around the area and have great interest in the habitat and the vegetation in this area. Seed collecting season is from around about October through to March. Once we've collected the seed, we'll have a go at processing, and that means cleaning out all the little bugs, because if you leave the bugs in there, they'll have a picnic and eat all the seed you've picked. When we've collected a fair amount of it, we'll do a delivery to the nursery, and they love it when we come. They get so excited, they look through all the packets that we've processed.
The Yellingbo nursery is friends of the helmeted Honeyeater nursery, and we're within the reserve where the helmeted Honeyeater live, and we grow about 100,000 Indigenous plants every year. From a conservation perspective, it's really important to grow Indigenous plants for revegetation and for habitat creation. So the seedy volunteers are really just so important and so vital for somewhere like this, because we don't have the time to go out and collect seed while we're trying to grow plants. And having so much knowledge of plant life in the area is so valuable and not very common. There's not much glory in seed collecting because everyone's so focused on the plants, I guess, and revegetation. But it's such an enjoyable thing to do, and I consider myself apprentice seedie for sure.
When I joined the seed collectors, I was a complete novice, had absolutely no idea, no botanical training whatsoever. So I found it quite fascinating being able to go out into the bush, and rather than seeing a sea of green, I was able to identify things. And this is where the knowledge from Noel was very important, because we couldn't tell otherwise. It's not actually written in very clearly in books. Noel is like the soul of the group. She's had such a passion for the environment for decades, and to be in her presence is amazing. And the amount of knowledge that she has, it's astounding.
My husband and I were pretty keen bushwalkers, so we built up a reasonable knowledge of Indigenous flora. And we also got interested in travelling. We retired in 1975, and then we eventually needed a bit of income, and a friend of ours said that a local botanist was looking for people who knew a gum tree from a wattle to collect seeds. So we're getting paid for what we enjoyed doing anyway. Although we've got absolutely no botany training whatsoever, just that we like looking at plants and taking photos of them. People say, oh yeah, we're going to plant 5 million trees, but nobody stops to think where the seeds for the 5 million trees are going to come from. But we've got a whole lot of really fine women coming on who know what grows where, and they do most of the collecting, and I just pretend I'm the boss. If you enjoy a walk in the bush, you should enjoy looking around, and you should get to notice things like when seeds are ripe, or see the seed pods hanging on the silver wattles. You don't need a particularly great ID knowledge, but you can learn it while you're going out in the field with others. And it's nice getting out in the bush on a day like this particularly, and the company of such a nice mob of people.
I would love to see more young people to come out and partake in all of these activities, because it's really right on their doorstep, and it's good for your soul, it's good for your well-being. What's amazing is when we come out on a revegetation site, we know that we've picked the seed for those plants, and then 5-10 years later we have a forest, and then you hear the bird song, you see kangaroos, wallabies, and that's just profound. We've found that we've collected thousands of seeds over the years, and we say to ourselves, every seed is precious. We literally treat it like that and know that it's a future plant or a future tree.